Excuse me. Living in Boulder Vlog, April 20th, Tuesday, PM 5:15. Oh yes, so it's 4:20 this day. I did run out of reefer. In fact, just now. So this morning I was like, well, I'm gonna run a reefer. So I ran out of the reefer the day that of 4:20. And I happen to have $50 exactly in my wallet, but it was 57 if I wanted 7G. So I got 3.5G, which is at 20% off because it's 420. So I got that for $29.99 or whatever, $29.82 or whatever. So got enough reefer for another few days. Got to stay high. I'm glad that the money that my cash that my roommate gave me was good enough to get me this far. Because I need to stay high for what I'm doing. I'm like stepped into a big old project. Yeah. But I keep working on it because I'm thinking to myself how groovy it will be when it's done. I think I'll be done today, actually. I mean, done with collecting images, videos off of Girls with Muscle. I'm on 263 out of 291 pages. I hope I didn't, collect a bunch of the same ones over and over again. I was hoping that, it was a list of, non-repeated images. Because my memory is okay, but I'm high off my ass. It's not like it's so good that I can remember every single goddamn image. There's a lot of them. Where am I? Here, I'll do a report. I am, so not including the ones that I just got, which was 30 or 40 or whatever. Oh, it says right here, 2022, so. And what I had before was a bunch, but this will crank it up. But hopefully not too many are the ones that I already have. Because I had a bunch already that I think I collected from them, but I guess I'll provide some names. I'll have to go over and provide a bunch of names again too, because I get high and I just forget. I space out, right? And then so there's all these videos without the names, but you need the name. So, but I could add that later anyway. But yeah, just scanning down. I think I was there was a period where I was getting a real density of them, but now I'm kind of more just, I guess, the important ones. But yeah, or maybe it seems like there's less of the ones that I want. I'm only getting dumbbell and barbell, but not so much cable. But I'm getting hack and chest press, so pull-ups and stuff, push-ups. So after I collect these in an hour or two, after I'm done, hopefully it'll be that soon. Still 30 pages. It depends. It could be all through the day. Oh my God. Anyways, as soon as I'm done, which will be today, that's when the odyssey of dragging them into their proper folder begins. And that'll be fun. That'll maybe even, I think, even be funner than what I'm doing now, because it's a finite project. What I'm doing now, it's borderline a little bit stressful because you don't know how long it's going to take, But once you know, you just zoom in and then after you do that, then that's when it begins the next stage 3, where you have to look at the weight and count the damn reps and guess the weight, which is a headache. And then I have to organize all these, and that's going to be a time, a long-ass time, a week. And that doesn't even include the CrossFit. I never counted the reps in CrossFit, which is going to be super interesting, and I think I have a bunch of those. So I was saying yesterday or the day before that I would work all the way through the end of the month. It would take at least the end of the month, but I could be done at the end of the month. But now I'm thinking, at the end of the month, I'm going to be still working on, CrossFit exercises. I'll be, just beginning. And those, and so it'll be like another month, I think. It'll be like halfway through. We're in April already. It'll be like halfway through May. I think I signed up for the. Oh, I'm looking for my phone, and my phone's right there. I think I signed up for the like Ironman, and I think I signed up for the other triathlons too. But I never got an email saying that like they were having them again. So I don't know if there's new triathlons or if there's more triathlons here that I have to pay for it, because they all got canceled last year. After I paid for like 4 of them, it was crazy. So, but like, here, let's figure that out now. There's no more Ironman triathlon, like full distance here anymore, which is kind of a bummer. Like, I thought that stuff would get bigger and stuff, but you keep forgetting like, that like, there's other sports. There's always other sports that compete with your sport, you know? Like if like CrossFit were all of a sudden, and bodybuilding were all of a sudden get super popular, people wouldn't want to be goddamn triathletes because you're skinny. Like, what if everybody decides they want to be big and strong, and like nobody's a triathlete anymore, and it's like a backdoor sport again, when you were thinking it was going to be like big. So like I like missed the golden period, but I was here like watching it. I actually documented 2014. I'm gonna upload it on YouTube. So anyways, it's oh yeah, 2021. But it doesn't say when it is. I'm on the website. Whatever. Register here. I'll click on register. There's no date. Ooh, August 7th. Okay. So like I'm already signed up for that. So how much time would I need to train for that if I'm going to actually like not be too embarrassed? Or like, you know, freeze to death in the water, you know. And I don't care about being able to finish the run. I just want to be able to finish the swim and the ride. I bet you 1 month. I'm thinking just if I get carried away, you know. But if I go until the halfway through May, that gives me June, July, August. That gives me 3 months. Yeah. That'll give me 3 months, which is enough to get my ass like, that's definitely enough time to get me or to the point where I would get top half of my category. Not in the overall, but if it were to be like a biathlon, including like the swimming, or actually not the swimming. If it's just the biking, I'd be top half. Yeah. Anyway, no, I'd be top third if it was biking. No. I'd be top fucking quarter, dude. I'd be top quarter on the bike. Yeah. But on the swim, I don't know about that. But unless there's like a lot of like hills, and maybe it takes me a long time to lose weight. Anyways, I got sidetracked. So, I think I'm hooked in until halfway through May, because I keep thinking to myself how awesome this project is, and I know it's going to take that long. It's just the volume kind of bites you in the ass in the end. It's like the law of quadratical exponential, or quadratical increasing. The number is just overwhelming. It's going to drag me out. It's going to turn days into weeks. But hopefully, and it's going to get dated really quickly too, but hopefully it'll at least like, I want to be a seed to kind of affect change, where when people film themselves, they actually film themselves be their maximum. Too much of the time you film these girls on their Instagram, which is where the Girls with Muscle website comes from. And it's just like a demo. I mean, they're still doing it now. Like, I thought they were doing it, they were done back then, because I was only watching Top End Girls, but now I was watching all the other ones, and Because like 12 years ago on the website, like She Muscle, they were doing that. But yeah, most of the time, it's just like they're just like doing this, and it's like bench press 135 pounds, 5 pounds or something, when they could really do it 20 times. Or like and dumbbells, like playing around with 10-pound dumbbells when they could be doing the same thing with 70-pound dumbbells. But I am getting a lot of good ones though, like diamonds in the rough, like where they are dancing around with, or with their arms doing incline dumbbells with 70 pounds. I was mentioning this yesterday. That seems to be like the go-to number. I saw a bunch of girls doing it 70 or to 75 to 85, or on the incline 70 to 75, and then a flat 85 to 100. So yeah, when I get that on the website and then see the clusters, it's going to be super interesting. So it keeps me going. But I'm not really listening to any music or anything. Just kind of like silence. I was listening to people talk about martial arts, because that's kind of like along the lines of what I'm doing now, so that I can get ideas of charts to make for my martial arts fighting page. You watch people and then they compare, like this guy said a black belt in Taekwondo is equal to a yellow belt in his MMA class. Because you need to be well-rounded. And not even jiu-jitsu is fully well-rounded. So anyway, but I haven't seen anybody talk about strength. I've heard them say that their strength actually improves and all that kind of stuff, but not like exact numbers or like a comparison, because I've heard other people make charts with other, comparing with the categories of the different martial arts, but not comparing the belts. That only that one guy compared the belts. Heard the Gracies said that every 20 pounds is a belt, but nobody said gave a time period for belts or a comparison between strength level. So that'd be interesting. Like you would like you give a certain belt of like MMA, or like in any of the given martial arts, but like MMA belt level, but then you give them like a different fitness level, So you would say MMA black belt, but unpracticed, or black belt but only practices technique and has this strength level. And then you would say, so what level are they against somebody who has zero, only like YouTube tutorial knowledge? Yeah, I'll be right out. And yeah, I'll be right out. And somebody who doesn't, only has like YouTube knowledge and but like has a certain strength level. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna make my own, even though, just to give these guys an idea of how they would make theirs. I'm gonna make my own, and then I'm gonna comment on their channels and be like, hey, check out my chart and tell me what you think, and you should make your own video based on that stuff. Because that'd be super interesting. Because I saw this one guy do a video talking about comparing a McDojo lady who's fat and out of shape to like a bodybuilder, and they're like, come on, who to win the fight? But it's like, you should make it scientific. So anyways, I'm gonna get some ideas after I do this, but this is gonna be a while to do. So anyways, that's enough talking. Tomorrow, I'll be done hopefully with this, and I'll be in the process. Maybe by the end of tomorrow, hopefully I'll be done dragging them all in, all 2,202 of them. So yeah, but I mean, mentally I'm prepared to take this all the way in, Oh, yesterday I got my Elgato Stream Deck in the mail. That was cool, my full size one, because I decided to get the full-time size Elgato Stream Deck because the two badass tutorials I got, where you can plug in the exact files and like put on yours how they do it, which I want to do, be like a pro. And but they have the full size one, so I was like, fuck it, I'm getting the full size one so I can do it like them. But I also have my smaller one from before when I was trying to do it, and So I can figure out how to use that one too. Some guy said it was cool to use them in 2 ways. So then I can use that with an extension and maybe use it out here. So yesterday I plugged it up to my computer. So it's all plugged and ready to go except for the cable that connects the HyperDeck. But I have the cables. I just didn't plug them yet. I'll do that later. But it looks cool, the whole system, because I was curious to see how it fit, and it fits perfectly. Like, actually perfectly. Like, it goes like to the edge. It fills the whole thing up. But I'll show that later. All right, enough talking. Tomorrow, yeah, I'll be dragging and dropping hopefully, but that'll be interesting. Because if it's only like a couple days, like this is like the day 3 of each like step, then I don't freak out, and it stays interesting. So yeah, that'll be interesting tomorrow. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow.